All right, Tarot fam and Tarot maniacs, we are here for part 2 of 2 for Tuesday. We're looking at the digital tech titans of the day, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. We're going to be focusing on Jeff Bezos in this one. I will be right back. Thanks so much, everybody. Part 2. So we're going to be talking about Jeff Bezos. Thanks so much for being here. Reminding you all again, it is my birthday this weekend, so I am not working over the weekend. If you're going to book your readings, book them down below. For this week, I have extended hours right now. I do have some time that was filled in, so make sure you jump in there, book early, and don't forget that the sale I have going on, the $99 sale, is in perpetuity for right now. You can book anytime in the future for that $99 an hour. I'm going to end it at the end of the summer, though, so make sure you take care of that. Let's bring up that card. You please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We are a fun community. There's a lot of fun people in my chats and on my lives. You have a great time over here. So, fun fact about Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has a private clock inside a mountain that's designed to tick 1 year for the next 10,000 years. And it's a symbol of long-term thinking. Wild. I'm curious, like, which mountain that is. I didn't get that part of it. That was just a fun fact that I had on him. Hope it's in Colorado, because if you know, you know. Let's get to that first question on Jeff Bezos. How does Bezos perceive Musk in private? Does he think he's a peer or a PR problem? Good thing I have this pea popper on my microphone. Strength in reverse and 2 of Pentacles. I think that Bezos is a much more balanced person than Elon Musk. I think he is one of those people, like my husband, Gregopedia, that remains at a 5 at all times. It's very even keeled. I don't think that Jeff Bezos is as wild in his businesses than Elon Musk is in his personal life and his businesses. Elon Musk, even though he does come across as very stable and calm and easy, his manner of speaking is very calm and stable. His actions are sometimes not. We can see that on his X platform. We can see how he responds to some things, like the first fight with Donald Trump. He immediately went to his X account and blew him out of the water. It was like, this is what I'm going to do. So I think that Jeff Bezos thinks that Elon Musk needs a little bit more ballast to stay a little bit more balanced in his professional and personal life. Is Bezos more focused on quiet power while Musk seeks attention? This, I think, is curious. King of Wands and the Hangman. I think that Jeff Bezos learned some very, very valuable lessons once upon a time when he started his businesses. 8 of Swords. And I do think that he is following a very strict business model. He does not like to renegade and come right. He would never buy X and walk, or Twitter. He would never buy Twitter, change his name to X, and walk in with a kitchen sink. He would never do something like that. He would proceed much more with caution and prune rather than uproot the whole plant. So, and I think that that is because there is a deep-seated fear here for Bezos of being ruined, having his hard work and his companies in ruins. I think he is Very, very aware of that, hyperly aware of that. And I don't think that he ever wants that to be an experience ever in his world. So, but here, the business plan and the formulas that he has created have worked really well. And luck, he does think, is on his side. So, being a very good businessman and staying private, I think he's allowing us to see what he wants to see. Lauren is on display. Let's put it that way. The wedding was on display. I think he's letting us see those kinds of things. We're getting a little bit of a peek into the fun side of him because Amazon started with books. It's a little bit of a square business. I'm just saying, it's a little bit of a square business. I remember back in the day when it was just books. I was a fan. I was on board for that. And I think that he is trying to give us a little glimpse into his life. I think he is now coming into a bit more of his own, and he's really enjoying that private life a lot more. So, what drives Bezos more right now? Business growth, space colonization, or personal legacy? We're going to look at 3 piles here, kids. You ready? What drives Bezos more? Business growth, space colonization, or personal legacy? 3 piles, kids. Growth, business growth, space colonization, personal legacy. Business growth. I don't think he really wants to. I think the businesses are humming along. Space colonization. He is thinking about how that is going to work. This is something he's looking at the mistakes of the past, the things that they've done, the things they haven't done. Maybe he's looking at that Blue Origin flight where he sent all the gals up. And then here, personal legacy, 7 of Cups. You know that scene in Scarface, the world is yours? Like, his personal legacy is pretty much there. Now he's working on the dynamism of his personal legacy. So don't be surprised if like Jeff Bezos decides to become like a chess or a tennis champion. I think we're going to see something like that emerge. I think we're going to see him branch out into something else. Maybe it's sailing. I know he just bought a great big yacht. But maybe it's sailing. Maybe he's gonna go sailing, and try and get in the what is it? The World Cup? The World Cup? I think it's the World Cup. There's sailing award. My father knows what it is. So, how does the public view Jeff Bezos now that he's stepped out of the Amazon CEO spotlight and has had this splashy wedding to Lauren Sanchez? Splashy wedding, billions of dollars in the room. How does the public view him? First, let's look now that he's stepped out of Amazon. 7 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Death transformation. So that 7 of Swords in reverse is a little troubling because people do see him kind of as a sneaky Pete. Yeah, I do notice the new Amazon trucks that are rolling around. Was that his innovation? Is that what happened after he left? The Knight of Swords is kind of like you left your baby in the bathwater. What are you doing? But the transformation is there. So they're watching. We all here in the public are watching him transform into something else. We didn't like him. Will we like him at the end of all this? Let's pull 1 card for that. Page of Pentacles. We're going to see him develop something new. I think that's going to be pretty curious. Now, how are people viewing him in the wake of this crazy wedding? I had some jump out cards, but I'm not going to take them because it was a whole bunch. How are people viewing him after this crazy wedding? Four of Pentacles. Hang on to your money, dude. Be smart about this. The Hermit card. Oh, I got 2 here. 2, the Chariot, and the 2 of Wands, moving forward with his bride. And under the surface, we have the 7 of Wands. So I think we're going to see him as a bit more reckless, a bit more fun, a bit more exciting. I think that's what we wind up with. I think that's what a lot of people are going to see. And that Ten of Wands in reverse, we're not done with him yet. We are not done with him yet. The Jeff Bezos we knew is transforming and changing into something else. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting to see what else he gets into. So see if we have a future for these two guys together. They're not like romantically or anything like that. Lord knows that Elon is repopulating the planet. So what kind of future do these two have together? Page of Wands, Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Emperor in reverse. So I do think that they maybe have some conversations to be had about generation of, actually not generation, but the processing of money. Now we all know Elon Musk, Dogecoin. Anyone? I've been talking for a long time about there is going to be another form of currency that's introduced into the world economy that is going to be a digital from the slap digital currency. And I think that Elon Musk is going to have a lot to do with that. Is it Bitcoin? Is it Dogecoin? My money's on both. Not literally, but my money is on both. I think we are going to see a blooming of either of those. We're going to see that more and more start to come to the fore, and they're really going to be, different governments are really going to be encouraging people to use, invest, and create commerce with digital currency. I'm not an economist, so I have no idea how this is going to happen, but I do know that there's going to be another option that's going to be a support system in case traditional systems of finance collapse. I think that they may work on this together. Overall, I think they have to kind of both step into the shadows because they are quite big figures themselves, and it will create too much kerfuffle in trying to execute this new currency. But I think they're going to have something to do with it. Very, very cool. Very cool indeed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below in the comments. Are you team Elon or are you team Jeff? You know, you can hashtag it if you want. And who would you bet on to shape the next 50 years of planet Earth? We've got Jeff with that crazy clock that's underground inside a mountain. And we have both of them launching out into space. Elon jumping into some politics, experimenting with some political power there. Who do you think is going to make their mark in the next 50 years? Are one of them going to turn us into a Ray Bradbury short story or the Jetsons or something like that? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel and being a part of this amazing community and business that I have developed for myself. I can't do it without any of you. So I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow for world politics. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Elon Musk and his new America Party. So make sure you come back and watch that as well. I'll see you in the future.